The Ethics Commissioner for Surrey, BC, found that Coun. Robb Stutt breached the city's code of conduct by participating in a council discussion and vote concerning the transition of police services. This was a serious violation because Stutt had a conflict of interest in the matter. He was a former RCMP officer who had sued the force for wrongful dismissal and received a settlement. He also had close ties with the Surrey Police Service, the proposed replacement for the RCMP in Surrey. He had applied to join the new force and had publicly endorsed it. Stutt should have recused himself from the discussion and vote, but he did not. He argued that he had no conflict of interest because he was not a member of either police force at the time. He also claimed that he had disclosed his past and present involvement with both forces to the Ethics Commissioner and the City Clerk. However, the Ethics Commissioner found that Stutt's disclosure was incomplete and misleading. He did not reveal the details of his lawsuit and settlement with the RCMP, nor did he mention his application to the Surrey Police Service. He also did not inform the council or the public of his conflict of interest before or during the meeting. The Ethics Commissioner concluded that Stutt's actions undermined the integrity and impartiality of the council and eroded public trust in its decision-making process. He recommended that Stutt be censured by the council and apologized to his fellow councillors and the public. He also suggested that Stutt undergo training on ethical conduct and conflict of interest rules. The council accepted the Ethics Commissioner's report and recommendations and voted to censure Stutt. Stutt apologized for his breach of conduct, but maintained that he acted in good faith and did not intend to deceive anyone. The Ethics Commissioner said Stutt's vote created a potential for bias and a perception of conflict of interest. Why? Because a decision to continue transitioning to the SPS would have resulted in the elimination of a number of RCMP positions. This means that Stutt, who is an RCMP officer himself, would have benefited from voting against the transition. He would have kept his job and avoided competing with other RCMP officers for positions in the SPS. This is a clear violation of the Code of Conduct for Councillors, which states that they must not use their office to advance their own interests or those of their family or friends. Stutt's vote also undermined the public trust in the council's decision-making process. It raised doubts about whether he was acting in the best interest of the Surrey residents or his own personal interest. The Ethics Commissioner recommended that Stutt be reprimanded and apologized to the council and the public for his misconduct.